Hello, my name is Stephen. I'm here to talk today about the future of the ego. What is it about the ego that could interest us? Is there a good side and a bad side to the ego? Is the ego our protector, or is it a villain? If it is a villain, what can we do about it? Can we go beyond this ego? I feel it is now time to put the ego on trial. Let us begin. Let us begin with a case against the ego. I'd like to begin by talking about a code that has existed since biblical times. This is the 666 code. Many interpretations have been given to it. I'd like to give a fresh interpretation. This doesn't prevent any other interpretations from giving meaning. This is simply a new view. In Revelations in older text, it says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, 666. In numbers, that is 666. If we write the number 600, and then as illustrated put the 60 inside the second two zeros, and the 6 inside the last zero, we get the characters as shown. If we invert those set of characters, we get the first letter as E. And within the second two characters, it can be seen there are the letters G and O. To make this clearer, we can, in the second character, we can scrub out the tail. In the last character, we scrub out the line in the head of the character. This clearly reveals the word ego. Ego is the beast. There's a bit of a story to the tail we rubbed out in the line and the headspace. The ego seemingly began when Adam and Eve thought they were better than God in the garden, and they were banished from it. Is this the beginnings of the ego? The memory of their origin and purpose was erased from their minds, like the line in the headspace of the last character. And though mankind was to live ongoing, protected by the ego and without the memory of their connectiveness to their maker. One of the answers to mankind's dilemmas today is to overcome the ego and reconnect to our origins. We've been looking for answers everywhere. The answers start from within us. Overcoming the ego starts with each and every one of us. This seems to be a good beginning in finding our reasons and our purpose here on earth. I'd like to give another interpretation of the 600 code. We can arrive at another word by looking at the second two characters and taking the tails out of them again, of both tails out of both characters, we get the word egg. What does this mean? What could it mean? What meaning can we give it? The tails, when attached to the egg, signify the beginning of new life, that is, fertilization. As a fertilized egg could be said, we're in the beginning of our purest state. We come into this world without having to break the shell of an egg, like some other animals. However, in our infancy we start to grow a shell called the ego. Our quest in life is to break through this shell that is a barrier to our freedom. By breaking through this shell, we awaken or are reborn. This shell protects us through life as vulnerable beings. This is meant to be a temporary state. But when we build up strength, we can go beyond this invisible shell called the ego. The breakthrough may come at any time up until our death. On our deathbed, the ego collapses and we surrender, whereby only love matters. Like this, we surrender to life, and we can do this at any time by choice, rather than building up resistance. When we surrender, the important things in life surface. The ego shell starts to decay because it thrives on resistance. The egg represents a new beginning. Realizing we have this invisible shell called the ego, and the secrets of life lie within us, this is the first step to true freedom. One of the great feelings we search for is fulfillment. Whether we are aware of it or not, our ultimate goal is being fulfilled. Fulfillment is knowing the answers to the questions of life. That is, knowing how we arrived here. We were created from love. Knowing why we are here. To be love. And to truly love others. Knowing our purpose. To love others and to be awakened and reborn beyond the ego. Knowing where we are going. To live in peace and harmony. So join in this quest and create a new world beyond the ego.